Welcome back to the Physiology Pulse. Today's topic is thalamus. So, thalamus. Thalamus is a brain's central post office with security chief. It is nothing but a central post office and a security chief. All information except smell stops here first and then it is sorted, filtered and sent to the right part of the cortex. This is what thalamus is. What and where is the thalamus? So what is thalamus? It is an egg-shaped grey matter. Contain two pieces, one on each side of the brain. So where it is situated? Situated in deep brain on top of the brain stem. It forms side walls of the third ventricle. Okay. Now it is split by Y-shaped sheath. Now what is this Y-shaped sheath? It is the internal medullary lamina. Now this internal medullary lamina divides this thalamus into anterior, medial and lateral parts. Divided into anterior, medial and lateral parts. Now types of nuclei. So two types of thalamic nuclei are present here, two main groups. First is specific nuclei and the other one is non-specific nuclei group. Okay, in specific nuclei group, the direct delivery counters, the specific nuclei which are the direct delivery counters. So why they are called as the direct delivery counters? Because its job is one type of information, collect one type of information and send to the specific area of the cortex, one specific area of the cortex. So very precise it is. One type of information and one type of cortex. It is sending to only one type of cortex. So it is very specific in nature. Now we'll be talking about the nucleus, from where it is getting input from and the input which is sent to which output and what is this simple function which is taking place here. So the first one here is the lateral and ventral, which is VL and VA. Okay. It gets input from cerebellum and basal ganglia. Now this sends output to where? It sends output to the motor cortex areas 4 and 6. Now the simple function which is taking place here is it controls voluntary movements. Next is postereo-ventral, which is VPL and VPM. Okay. Now what is happening here? From where it is getting input? It is getting input from body via spinothalamic and medial lemniscus. Okay. Face via trigeminal. Okay. It sends output to where? It sends output to sensory cortex areas 3, 1 and 2. Now the simple function here is touch, pain, temperature from body and face as well. Next is dorsolateral nucleus. Now it gets input from where? It gets input from parietal lobe. Sends output to parietal lobe. Okay. Now the simple function which is happening here is language and speech. Next is pulvinar. So this pulvinar is, it gets input from parietal, temporal and occipital lobes. Now it sends output to where? It sends output to the same three lobes, parietal, temporal and occipital lobes. Okay. Now the simple function which is taking place here is it integrates vision, hearing, body sense. Okay. It helps in the overall attention. Next is LGB, which is lateral geniculate. Now it gets input from eyes via the optic tract. Okay. It sends output to where? Obviously to the visual cortex. Now the simple function what is taking place here is the vision. Next is MGB, which is medial geniculate. Now medial geniculate, it gets input from ears via inferior colliculi. It sends output to where? To the auditory cortex, right? And the simple function which takes place here is hearing. This is how you can remember. Take a note of this table. Next is non-specific nuclei. also called as the broadcasting system. You can remember it as a broadcasting system because its job is no specific sense, not targeting any specificity here. Okay, it sends signals to the whole cortex and it controls alertness, mood and emotion. Okay, now the nucleus here we'll be talking about is the anterior group. Anterior group gets input from where? From the mammillothalamic tract, from hypothalamus. Okay, and it sends output to cingulate gyrus. Now simple function which is taking place here is the memory and the emotion. Next is midline group. Now midline group nucleus, it gets input from hypothalamus and reticular formation and it sends output to the whole cortex here plus basal ganglia as well. Now the simple function taking place is here is it integrates body sensations and arousal. Next is intralaminar. It gets input from reticular activating system and basal ganglia. Now it sends output to where? To whole cortex again and prefrontal cortex. Now the simple function which is taking place here is it keeps you awake, arousal and all the motor functions. Next is dorsomedial, which is where it gets input from hypothalamus and prefrontal cortex and where you have they will send the output to prefrontal cortex again. And the simple function taking place here is personality, judgment, crude and sensations. Okay, so you can think in specific that specific nuclei is nothing but like a WhatsApp DM. Okay, specific is nothing but like a WhatsApp DM. Directly you are going to send direct message to person, whereas non-specific nuclei is nothing but like a group message. That is why we are talking like a group of cells. Okay, nucleus. So it is group messages to everyone. That is how you can remember between specific and non-specific nuclei. Okay. Now the main functions of thalamus. So sensory relay station, motor coordination and memory and emotion. These are the three main functions of the thalamus. So sensory relay station, you can see all touch, pain, temperature, vision, hearing, taste pass through the thalamus. All these sensations are passing through the thalamus as it is the gatekeeper here. So sensory relay station. Okay, that is sensory relay station. Next is motor coordination. It gets information from cerebellum, basal ganglia, from these two places, and then it sends them to the motor cortex. Okay, helps make movement more smooth. So thalamus links sensory feedback to the motor output. Sensory feedback is coming from where? From cerebellum and basal ganglia. These are the sensory feedbacks that you want something, you want your arm to move or anything. These two will give to from these two it will send to the motor cortex. Now this motor cortex will help in the movement. That is motor coordination, from sensory feedback to the motor cortex. That is a motor coordination. Now memory and emotion. Now memory and emotion, anterior nucleus connects to the limbic system via mammillothalamic tract. Okay. Now involved in recent memory plus emotion. These will send the information which is involved in recent memory and emotion. That is how memory and emotion is a main function of thalamus. Next is arousal and sleep-wake cycle. Arousal and sleep-wake cycle. Intralaminar nuclei keeps cortex awake. Here what is happening? Intralaminar nuclei will keep cortex awake. Low frequency stimulation, that is synchronized EEG, will help in sleep. High frequency equals to the arousal. Low frequency stimulation will keep the synchronized, which is equals to synchronized EEG, and if there is synchronized EEG, you will have good sleep. High frequency arousal, no sleep. Then thalamocortical loop creates a sleep rhythm. So the thalamocortical loop creates a sleep rhythm. Next is consciousness, which is diffuse projection from non-specific nuclei keeps whole brain alert. So diffuse projection. So the projection, if it is in diffuse manner from non-specific nuclei, not specific. Non-specific is nothing but group actions, right? So diffuse projections from the group actions of nuclei keeps the whole brain alert, causing consciousness. Next is language and speech. So dorsolateral nuclei connect to the parietal lobe, which will in turn help in complex speech functions. That is how it helps in language and speech. Next is pain integration. So VPL and VPM handle the pain. Okay. Intralaminar nuclei affect the suffering part of the pain. Lesions here can relieve the chronic pain but keep the acute pain. So lesions, if there are lesions here, can relieve the chronic pain. They can relieve chronic pain but keep the acute pain. Now EEG synchronization. Stimulating intralaminar nuclei slowly causes recruiting response, which in turn, what will happen? Brain waves sync up. So syncing of the brain waves takes place due to recruiting response. Next comes the thalamic syndrome. In applied aspect, you can see what is going wrong. If something is going wrong with the thalamus, that is the thalamus syndrome. What is the cause of the thalamic syndrome here? Damage to the VPL nucleus. Damage to the VPL nucleus. Due to what? Due to block in the posterior cerebral artery. Due to block in the posterior cerebral artery. So what are the symptoms which are happening here? Loss of fine touch, number one, on opposite side of the body. Now if it is happening the right side, then left side, you can see the loss of fine touch. But crude touch, pain, temperature, all these stay. All this stay, okay? Then comes the muscle weakness and poor coordination, which is ataxia, because VPL connects to the motor cortex. VPL connects to motor cortex. Okay, next is the emotional changes due to limbic connection. Due to it is thalamus is connected to the limbic connections as well, it causes emotional changes. You know, VPL, ventral posterolateral nucleus, right? Okay. Next is thalamic pain. Later, opposite side develops severe burning, unpleasant pain even from light touch. Even if it is from light touch, they can observe, they can have severe pain and unpleasant pain. Okay. Burning sensation also they can feel even with light touch. So why face or head spared? Why face or head is spared from all these conditions is VPM nucleus for face is more medial, often not affected. So the ventral posterolateral nucleus is more medial to the face, so not much affected. So bottom line of this is what? Thalamus isn't just a relay. It filters, integrates and decides what information reaches consciousness, right? If cortex is the CEO, thalamus is the executive secretary here and chief secretary. Then PA announcer combined. All of this is thalamus. So it has a major role to be played here. Now other deficits. What are the other deficits which can happen other than the thalamus syndrome is damage to the intralaminar. Okay, it relieves chronic pain but acute pain relieves here. So used surgically. Okay. Damage to anterior group memory problems. You can see memory problems, damage to the anterior group of nuclei. Next, damage to the dorsomedial, you can see personality changes and poor judgment, you can see. Okay, the personality on whole changes and poor judgment also you can notice here. Next is neighbors of the thalamus. Now, neighbors of thalamus are what? Number one, the epithalamus. Okay. Epithalamus. Number two is the subthalamus. So we'll be talking about epithalamus first. Roof of the third ventricle. This is roof of the third ventricle. It contains pineal gland and makes melatonin for sleep. It contains what? Contains pineal gland. And as you remember, pineal gland makes melatonin for sleep. And habenuclear nuclei, habenular nuclei, stria medullaris. Okay. Now subthalamus here, which is below thalamus and above substantia nigra. It contains what? Contains subthalamic nucleus. What if it is damaged? Hemibalismus, which is violent fingering movements of opposite side. Okay, if it is what is the damage caused here? Hemibalismus. What does this mean? Violent fingering movements of opposite side. Thalamus is if at all you remember this as thalamus as an airport. What all the functions which are happening here? If at all a thalamus is an airport, then airport part, which is the baggage claim counters, you can see there will be the VPL, VPM, LGB and MGB. Okay, they are the baggage claim counters. And what is its job there? Sort body. Baggage claim means, sorting all the baggages, right? So the job here is sorting the body, face, vision, hearing to the right cortex. It is all sorting there. Now control tower of the airport. So thalamus part which is taking place here is the VL and VA. What is its job? Now control tower job, coordinate movements, okay, planes from cerebellum and basal ganglia. So it is helping in coordinating the movement planes from cerebellum and basal ganglia. Now PA system. Next, in thalamus part, that is the intralaminar midline and midline. So what is the job here? It announces the whole airport and keeps brain active. So these two also announce the whole body and keep the brain also active. Okay. VIP launch of the airport part. Here in thalamus part, which takes the role of the same, is the anterior and dorsomedial part. So what will they do? They handle the emotion, memory, judgment with frontal lobe. They handle all of this with frontal lobe, right? Next is security chief. Now thalamus part, which takes part of similar part, is the reticular nucleus. What will it do? It decides. So the security chief, what it's going to do? It decides which baggage gets through where. Security. Which is good, which is bad, any problem in the baggage and all. The security's job. So reticular nucleus job is also similar. It decides which baggage to go in, which to not go in. So that is reticular nucleus for the thalamus part. Next is manager's office. Now the thalamus part which acts the similar way is the pulvinar. Now pulvinar, what will it do? It watches all cameras, focuses the attention basically. Okay, it will focus on the attention. Now key points here for exams is, takeaway for exams is, all senses except olfactory relay in thalamus, except smell. All has to relay in thalamus. Next is VPL is for body, VPM is for face and taste. Damage to these can cause thalamic syndrome, right? Next is LGB for vision, MGB for hearing. VL plus VA is the motor relay from cerebellum plus ganglia. Okay, intralaminar, it causes arousal and consciousness, lesion to which causes coma or relieves chronic pain. Now, anterior nucleus is for memory and emotion via mammillothalamic tract. Then pulvinar is for visual attention and speech. Okay, it's for visual attention and speech. Now, thalamocortical loop, it helps in keeping sleep-wake cycle rhythm. So, the sleep-wake rhythm, that is thalamocortical loop. Now, next, you can see an image here. This is the simple image of a thalamus. Okay, simple layout of the thalamus, which is brain's relay station. Most sensory information passes through it before reaching the cortex. Okay, so it is divided by internal medullary lamina. This is the internal medullary lamina. We were talking about the Y sheet, right? This is the Y-shaped sheet. Okay, inside the thalamus, three main parts you can see. Anterior part, front section. This is the anterior part, front section. Handles the memories, information, memories and emotions, right? Memories and emotions. Next is the medial part. This is the medial part, and it is the inner section towards the midline. Okay, deals with emotions and alertness. Next comes the lateral part, which is the outer section. Okay, now the outer section handles what? Touch, vision, hearing, movement, all of these. Okay, vision, movement, okay, all of these. So this is what it is. This is the internal medullary lamina we were talking that, So think of this as the thalamus is like an egg. Okay, the internal medullary lamina is the Y-shaped crack that splits it into three chambers. Each chamber handles different types of information. These are the informations which they handle. Okay. Next is thalamus nuclei. Okay. The diagram shows here the thalamus is cut in half with its main groups of nuclei. Okay, three main groups are there here: anterior nuclei, medial and lateral. Anterior nuclei is the dark green one, this. Okay, next is medial nuclei, red one, middle one. Then lateral nuclei, which is yellow one. This is all the lateral nuclei. Okay, anterior is for memories and emotions. Okay, whereas medial nuclei for emotions and alertness, and lateral nuclei is for senses, all senses and movement. Now the key lateral nuclei is here are the yellow area, which is the yellow area, VPL and VPM. Okay, it is for body and face, touch or pain, which is they relate to the brain. Okay, next is VL plus VA. These two, they help in controlling the movement. Okay, lateral geniculate body, that is the vision relay, sends eye information to the cortex. Now medial geniculate body, what will it do? Hearing relay takes place. See, this is medial, this is lateral. Lateral is for eye information to the visual cortex, whereas medial, it sends ear information to the auditory cortex. Okay, then pulvinar, this one, back part, this one, it helps in vision and attention. Okay. Now other things here are internal medullary lamina. This is internal medullary lamina. Okay, the Y-shaped white line, this one, red one, but I'm just saying it that way, that divides the groups. Okay, bridge, this, it is like a bridge which connects the medial and left and right thalamus, basically all of these three, but the left and right thalamus you can see. Think of it like the thalamus is like a post office. Each nucleus is a different department of the post office. Okay, touch mail goes to VPL, vision mail goes to lateral geniculate, etc. Then also you can see each is sorted and forwarded its mail to the correct address of in the brain. All of this is done by the thalamus. Okay, sorting which mail should go to which part of the cortex, like that. Now then comes the thalamus nuclei. You can see it has two views here. Okay, the superior aspect and the coronal section. Now superior aspect, you can see it shows thalamus from above. This is the above view basically in superior aspect. This is superior aspect. Okay, it shows thalamus from above, front to back. This is front to back, anterior posterior view. Okay, anterior is the front part for memory and emotions, whereas lateral is outer side which has motor sensory nuclei like ventral anterior and ventral lateral, ventral posterior for movement and body touch. Okay, now this pulvinar is there, no, it is the back part. This is the back part. Okay, and it is for vision and attention. That you know, this is for vision and attention. Now the internal medullary lamina. This is the internal medullary lamina. Y-shaped divides that splits the into groups. Okay, reticular thin shell outside. This is the reticular, the black one here. This is the reticular. Okay, this thin shell outside acts like a gate that filters what goes through and what has to be stopped outside. Okay, this is like a gate, reticular. Now did you understand anterior, lateral, medial, ventral anterior, all of these? Then pulvinar, okay, internal medullary lamina and reticular. Now next comes the front view, which is coronal section. This is coronal section. Okay, it shows thalamus cut from front to back like a bread slice. Okay, front to back like a bread slice. Okay, so you can see medial dorsal here. Can you see medial dorsal here? This is medial dorsal. Okay, the gray one here. No, this is actually peach, I guess. This is peach. So the peach color here is the medial dorsal, which is the middle part, and it controls emotions and alertness, signals of emotions and alertness. Whereas centromedian, the green one here. Okay, this is centromedian. It is deep center and it helps in wakefulness and pain. Okay, it is present in deep center. Okay, and it helps in wakefulness and pain. Intralaminar nuclei. Okay, small groups inside the Y-shaped lamina. This is not shown here, but these are the intralaminar nuclei. Okay, then ventral posterior medial relays face, touch and taste. It is a relays face, touch or taste. This one, relays for touch, only face, touch or taste, these functions. Okay, now did you get an view of the coronal section. Now the bottom line of this is, think of the thalamus as a bunch of small departments packed together. Okay, each colored area has a specific job here to do. One is for vision, one is for touch, movement, one is for memory, like that. So the two views here you can see of the thalamus just shows how those departments are arranged from top versus from the front. So this is from the top and that is from the front. Okay, superior aspect and coronal aspect. Okay, now next is thalamus connections. These are the connections of the thalamus. So the thalamus is the brain cerebral hub. Okay, that you know, almost all information going to the cortex has to pass through it first, right? So this diagram shows what goes in and what goes out of the thalamus. So you can see vision goes in. Now clearly observe the diagram. I am not pointing out anything else because it might confuse you. You have to observe the diagram while I am explaining. So vision through the lateral geniculate. Okay, then body you can be sent to the visual cortex. Hearing through the medial geniculate, right? Then body sent to the auditory cortex. Next, touch, pain, body positions. Okay, they are all from the exteroceptive plus proprioceptive impulses. Okay, they come via three tracts. If you can see, they are medial lemniscus, spinothalamic tracts, trigeminal tract. Okay, medial lemniscus, you can see it is for the fine touch. Spinothalamic tracts, they are for pain and temperature. Trigeminal tract for face sensation. Then you can see taste also through the solitariothalamic tract. Okay, taste through the solitariothalamic tract. Now body organs, which is the visceral impulses. Okay, they are from heart, gut, etc. Then balance and coordination from the cerebellum. They are coming from cerebellum. Balance and coordination. Wakefulness you can see from the reticular formation in the brain. Emotions and smell from the amygdala, which is the amygdaloid complex, and hypothalamus. Okay, so the olfactory impulses, which is smell, is the only sense that does not go through the thalamus first. It goes straight to the cortex and the amygdala. So what goes out of the thalamus? After sorting, thalamus sends the information up to the cerebral cortex. Okay, which is the main target. After sorting all of this, thalamus will send all the information to the cerebral cortex. Every blue arrow which is going up here, every blue arrow which is going up is for the thalamus sending process information to different cortex areas for thinking, feeling, moving, etc. like that. Okay, so basal ganglia is nothing but the caudate nucleus, putamen, then the globus pallidus. For what? For movement control. Okay, think of it like thalamus like an airport hub. Flights from vision, hearing, touch land here. Land where? Here. Cerebral cortex basically. So thalamus checks them, sends them to the connecting flights to the right city in the cerebral cortex. They have to go to which city? One vision has to go to vision city, hearing has to go to some other, like that you have to see. To right cerebral cortex. It also talks to the movement centers and emotion centers to coordinate everything. So except smell, everything others has to relay here in thalamus. Okay. Next is this auditory pathway to the brain. So the diagram shows here how sounds travel from your ears to the brain. Now superior olivary nucleus, which is the first stop in the brainstem. It gets sounds information from both ears and helps you figure out where sound is coming from. So the superior olivary nucleus helps you to figure out that. Then comes the lateral lemniscus, which is the main highway. Lateral lemniscus, which is the main highway. This one. Okay, this one. This is the main highway. Okay. That carries sound signals upwards. Okay. Nu of lateral lemniscus, this one. What will this do? Small pit that stops along the highway. This is a small pit that stops along the highway. Inferior colliculus, this one. Inferior colliculus. What will this do? Midbrain relay it is. Okay, acts like a switchboard for sound. It handles reflexes too. Then like turning your head while you are, when you hear a loud noise, you immediately turn your head, right? That is controlled here. So inferior brachium, it is a bridge that connects inferior colliculus to thalamus. This one. It is a bridge. Okay. Next is medial geniculate body, which is a part of the thalamus. This is the final relay station for hearing. It sorts and processes the information of the sound here. Sound information is processed here in medial geniculate body. Okay. Then comes the acoustic radiation, which is the nerve fibers that carry the sound from the thalamus to the cortex. That is acoustic radiation. Okay. Then the acoustic area of the cerebral cortex. This is the acoustic radiation which carry the sound from the from thalamus to the cortex, right? Then acoustic area of the cerebral cortex is where, which is the hearing center in your brain. This is where you actually understand the sound as music, speech, noise, etc. Sound is coming, but is it a speech? Is it a noise? Is it a music? All that is understandable and the understandable at the acoustic area of the cerebral cortex. Okay. Next is the pulvinar. We didn't speak about it. Okay, that is the nearby thalamus area basically that helps with attention. Okay, important sounds. You're being little attentive towards the important sound. Okay. So basically what is happening from here, it is going to the brainstem. From brainstem, it is going to the midbrain. From midbrain, it is going to the thalamus. After thalamus, it is reaching to the hearing cortex. Cerebral hearing cortex. Okay, at each stop you can see the signal gets cleaned up and sorted until your brain knows exactly what you hear. This is happening there. Okay, so directly a sound cannot go straight up to your brain. It takes 5 to 6 stops here to get processed. And the medial geniculate body is the thalamus stops for hearing. Okay, thalamus stop here is the medial geniculate body. That is a thalamus stop which is happening here. From here it is going to the cerebral cortex. Now this is the cerebral cortex. Nuclei, intralaminar nuclei of the thalamus. You can see. So what's in the middle here? Intralaminar nuclei, a group of cells inside the Y-shaped, you have seen in the diagram also, which splits into anterior group and posterior group. Okay, what sends information to them? What all send information to the intralaminar nuclei? Okay, reticular formation, which is brain stem area that controls sleep or wake. Okay, all of that is controlled here. Then superior colliculus, which is where it handles the visual reflexes. Okay, that reticular formation is done. Then the superior colliculus, visual reflexes. Then the spinothalamic tracts. It carries pain signals from the body. Pay attention, ouch, pay attention to this because I have pain sensations and all. It will carry all of that to the intralaminar nuclei, anterior and posterior groups. It will send to both groups here, if you can see. Then is the cerebellar nuclei. Cerebellar nuclei, it helps with coordination. Okay, globus pallidus and substantia nigra. These two, they send to the posterior groups. Cerebellar nuclei help with the coordination, whereas globus pallidus and substantia nigra, they help in the movement control centers. They are the movement control centers basically. Then comes the collaterals. Yeah, collaterals. Here you can see they are the side branches from other nerve tracts. Basically, they are side branches from other nerve tracts. So they are again joining up with the spinothalamic tract and getting into the anterior and posterior group of the intralaminar nuclei. Okay. So all of this, where they send information to, they don't send to one spot. Okay, they diffuse the projection basically. Okay. So cerebral cortex, in cerebral cortex, both areas. Okay. Motor and premotor and other areas. Okay, this wakes up large parts of the brain, so you become alert. Okay, this is the striatum. And what is striatum here? It is a part of the basal ganglia that helps in control of movement and arousal. Control of movement and arousal. It is a part of the brain basal ganglia. Okay. This diffuse projections. Okay. So basically what the intralaminar nuclei is, it is nothing but like a school bell. Okay. Lots of triggers can ring a bell. Okay, like pain, loud sounds, movement signals. When it rings, it doesn't give a lesson. Okay. It just makes the whole school wake up and pay attention to what is happening by sending signals everywhere to the cortex. Okay. So it is basically allowing your brain to switch from chill mode to alert mode. Every student is completely in a chill mode, relaxed mode, sleepy mode. But as soon as the bell rings, everybody will become alert. That is what it is. That is what intralaminar nuclei is. Okay. So this is the thalamus nuclei mnemonics. Easy to remember. Kindly take a picture of this and make a note of it. So this is thalamus for you guys. Thank you. Keep following.